Hey there guys, welcome back to another video. So today we'll be taking a look at a 4K 60 frames per second action camera from VanTop, and this is the Moment 6S. The action camera comes inside this cool looking display box, and underneath lies a couple of attachments and a fiber cloth as well as a remote watch to control the camera. You will have to pair the watch to the camera for the first time. You can also control the action camera by downloading the Moment app. You can control everything through the app, from setting the recording resolution to viewing your videos and photos. It is quite simple to use and the connection is pretty strong. Although it did take a while to connect on 2 occasions, it took about 1 minute out of the 40 times I tested it, but most of the time it connected within 10 seconds and kept a good connection. You can connect it to the 2.4 GHz or 5 GHz frequency. I recommend staying with the 2.4 GHz since that gives you the most stable connection at a long range. The action camera can go to a depth of 30 meters for up to 30 minutes with the included waterproof case, and this makes it great for diving and other extreme water sports. It is a rugged case. The action camera has a smooth matte finish and it's very lightweight. On the top of the action camera sits the shutter button and the speaker, and on the right side sits the power button. The camera lens has a 12 megapixel Sony sensor with a 170 degree field of view. On the left side it has a USB-C port for charging and transferring files. The action camera can be charged while being used, which is great for when you want to do a time lapse, which normally takes up a long time. The action camera is very compact and it has a large 2.33 inch touchscreen, and at the front a status indicator screen so you can easily see the resolution you're recording in and how long you've been recording for. The touchscreen responsiveness is good and the layout is very easy to use. You can easily switch between recording, photo, time-lapse, burst mode, slow motion, and car mode, which allows you to use it as a dash cam. You can also quickly switch between recording and photo by simply swiping right or left on the display. You won't be able to control the action camera when you got gloves on or if you have it in the waterproof case, so you will have to rely on the remote control watch or the app. The remote watch is very handy and very convenient, and it's definitely something more action cameras should include. You can pair it by simply swiping down on the display and select remote control, then just simply press down and hold on the video and shutter icon until you pair it successfully. I didn't encounter any issues with the remote control, the connection was flawless. The video quality is outstanding. The Moment 6S can record up to 4K at 60 frames per second, but you don't get the electronic image stabilization. It only works in 4K at 30 frames per second, 4K at 24 frames per second, and below. The electronic image stabilization does a really good job, and here's a quick side-by-side comparison with and without image stabilization. The Moment 6S can also record in slow motion in 1080p at 120 frames per second and 720p at 240 frames per second for some awesome slow motion shots. So it's recommended to use a microSD card that is at least V60 or higher so that you don't run into any issues when recording in 4K at 60 frames per second. If you don't, you may encounter a slow card error after a couple of minutes of recording. As for the photo quality, it takes some really nice photos. There's a lot of detail in there and the colors pop. The colors are good, the dynamic range on it was excellent, the exposure was also good on auto. If you don't like it, you can change the ISO and white balance in the settings if you need to. And here's a couple of pictures I took with the action camera. Now here's a quick sample of a time lapse that I captured with the action camera. Something cool about the action camera is that it has a built-in 3/4 thread at the bottom so you can mount it on a tripod without the need of an attachment. So that is pretty cool. Now as for the battery life won't be that great when you're recording in 4K at 60 frames per second, but it does come with 2 sets of batteries that you can charge at the same time with the provided charging cradle. And it charges through USB-C, which is awesome, but you can also use a micro USB cable to charge it. The batteries are rated at 1200 mAh and will keep your action camera running for 1 hour each. I noticed that the action camera does get hot while recording in 4K at 60 frames per second after 30 minutes of recording, which kind of concerned me at first, but after continuous recording, there was no issues with the camera, it didn't turn off or anything like that, it kept recording just fine. I am very happy with the microphone quality, it is a really good microphone and they even included an external USB-C microphone, which is awesome. Here's a quick sample between the internal and external mic. Testing, 1, 2, 3 testing. This is a quick microphone test. So this is what the audio quality of the microphone from the VanTop action camera sounds like. And this is without the external microphone that they provided. So now I'm gonna quickly switch over to the microphone. Testing, 1, 2, 3 testing. This is a quick microphone test with the external microphone connected to the action camera now. And there's some wind right now because I'm walking. So I don't know if you guys can hear that. So this is just a quick sample with the external microphone, which should sound better. Testing. This is a quick microphone test coming from the external microphone that VanTop provided. And it is a quick audio sample. I have the microphone further away from me than I did when I was outside, so this should sound much better than it did before. I like the quality of the internal microphone, and for the external microphone, it is a very sensitive microphone, so make sure not to talk too loud or keep it further away from your mouth. So overall, the Moment 6S is an amazing 4K action camera that not only has an outstanding video quality, but also has a great microphone. I would recommend it if you're in the market for a 4K action camera that isn't overly expensive. You can pick one up for around $200, and they're having a sale right now, and I'll leave the link below. I don't know how long it will last, so make sure to check that out. Alright guys, so that concludes today's review. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like if you found the video helpful. Subscribe for more tech related videos, and I will talk to you on the next one.